This is a filler patch. What else are we gonna do? Look at your healer. You have such a good healer. Whoa, there's a filter. Quality of life, hello. She does a little float. Wait, I love that. I love cheating. I really want her. That's kind of insane. Well, Genshin. Yeah, we have a patch to do today. I am admittedly a couple of days late to this one. I am. I'm multiple days late. But I feel like I have like a decent excuse. I always have a decent excuse. Huh? What was that? Pylon jump scare. All right. I did not do lantern right. I had a crash out on camera about that one in a video that will go up eventually. But admittedly, not having the greatest moment for the health. Current wish. I know we'll get to the current wish. Oh, level up rewards. Okay, fine. This is supposed to be a patch video. What is the new character? I needed this actually. Mizuki. We're gonna take a look at Mizuki today. I have no strong feelings for or against her. I know she's going to standard, I think, next patch. I missed that in the special program because I didn't watch the special program. But yeah, we'll look at her kit. And that's probably about all we're gonna do today. We probably should look at the patch stuff too. Did get an extra 300 primos. I'm gonna probably not pull today, regardless. I mean, maybe I'll pull for Sijuan, but also like, I could always use another Hydro healer, but I want to pull for Risley, so there's that. We may just wait. But like I said, admittedly, my health has not been the greatest. Had a not so great moment with that today. But I felt like recording before I go to sleep because tomorrow my meds are basically being doubled, like the amount I'm taking. It's all being, there's gonna be twice as many now. So that might make me go actually insane. So I want to get some stuff recorded that's on my schedule that's like ending soon or has happened. So I'm not super behind or I don't miss anything when I am no longer going insane. So we're in Genshin. Events, we can start there, I guess. Or maybe we should start with patch notes. I never look at patch notes for Genshin. We just kind of skip over them, so I don't even know where to find them. Admittedly, doing this at 10 o'clock at night wasn't the greatest idea, but it's fine. Version highlights. Does that open a web page? No, it doesn't. I think this should have everything, because sometimes it doesn't, though. It only has, like, what's in progress, which really annoys me. Maybe the events preview is what we need, but it's only phase 1. See, I want the whole thing. So, fine, we'll go through the events preview for this first half. So, event-wise, this is basically what would technically be a filler patch. It's just event. There's no new story. So this is technically a filler patch. I'm actually kind of excited for it though, because I really like Inazuma events. I know that the story of Inazuma was a bit contentious. Also, I forgot that this glitches out my model when we look at this. But I know the story itself was a bit contentious. I think the characters were really good though. So there's that. But obviously we have the new character, Mizuki. We'll talk about the banners later when we actually get to that part. I love her weapon, by the way. I think I said this during the trailer reaction for 5.4. I hope and wish and pray this actually works on Kokomi because I would, if anything, would love to pull the weapon for Kokomi. Also, I think that these weapons, like this assortment is actually pretty good, I think. It's like none of the, like the flute's here, but otherwise I think it's okay. Well, we obviously have our flagship event with the fancy pole arm. That is opening on the 14th. So actually it's open today when I'm recording this and it will be closing on March 3rd. I think that is, because that was the thing with Lantern Rite. I never finished Lantern Rite because it ended about a day earlier than usual. Usually it ends at what would be technically for Central Time Zone friends would be 3 a.m., 2 a.m., usually 3 a.m. depending on the time difference a bit. It's like 3 a.m. on Monday, so it end technically Sunday night. But this time around for Lantern Rite, this previous patch in 5.4, it ended at 3 a.m. on Sunday. So I went in on Sunday and it was over. So yeah, that ended up being a gacha dailies video. And I had a whole like 10-minute crash out at the beginning of that video where I realized I can't do Lantern Rite this year. What the heck? So I actually might have to buy Xiangling's outfit. But that will be something we think about probably second phase because I might bundle that with getting some pulls for Risley. But I just wanted to look at the dates. So for March, my model totally lost tracking. But March 3rd is a Monday. So it looks like we're back to basics here. This patch also feels very short. Maybe this doesn't run. I don't think this is running the full extent of the patch. I think it might only be that first, like all of phase 1. And then what the heck are we doing in phase 2? I don't know. Because that's what it seems like. Only in phase 1, which this is a filler patch. What else are we going to do? Because that's less than a month that it's open for. So yeah. Okay. It does end on a Monday though, so that's good. We're back to business there. Our next event is Realm of Tempered Valor, which I think is just, there's a name card, which is cool, but I think it's just a combat. Yeah, it's like combat floors. So it's like a tower combat situation. A lot of gacha games have a very similar permanent game mode like that. I would say Spiral Abyss is probably our similar thing to that. That's what we have, but this is a separate event. Starts on the 24th of February and ends on the 10th of March. So yes, I was right. It's not this, like, our flagship event doesn't run the whole patch, which is a bit strange. It's not the first time Genshin's done that, but I feel like it's always weird when they don't have the flagship running the whole patch, because it's like, what do we do now? Like, literally, we're sitting here like, what do we do now? We also have, I think this one goes the whole patch, so okay, that's what we do now. Traveler's Tales Anthology Chapter starts after the version 5.4 update, so it is open right now and goes until March 25th. That sounds a little bit more correct on timing there, but it does look like this has a weird end time. So it ends almost, because this is, they're showing times, I believe, in Eastern, because it's 3:59, which is 4 a.m. So for me, it's 3 a.m. That sounds, I think that's about right. However, this is 14:59, so it's whatever 15 would be, and I don't know 24-hour time off the top of my head. I believe that this is the exact time when the patch ends and maintenance starts for 5.5. I think that's what this is. So like 4 o'clock? That sounds at 4 o'clock Central Time, so do with that what you will. But I'm pretty sure that's around 4 or 5 o'clock. However, I do believe there's a daylight savings in here, so it's gonna mess everything up. So it could be way off. But we do have Traveler Tales Anthology Chapter. This is where we get to go around the Teyvat map and talk to other characters. It is ongoing. I do plan on having like a dedicated video for that, as well as the Mikoa Flower Festival stuff. We have limited time story quest. Oh, I actually kind of like that they're pushing limited rewards for story quests, because a lot of the times you can do them like kind of separated from other things. Yeah, because the unlock criteria for Mizuki's story quest is to just do chapter 2 act 3 of the Archon quest, which is that, I believe that's Inazuma. Yes, because Mondstadt is the prologue technically, so you just have to have finished the act 3, so not even all of the Inazuma Archon quest, just the omnipresence over mortals. And then you also need to do Act 2 of Raiden's story quest, which I think has more extensive unlock requirements, possibly. But if you haven't done Act 2 of Raiden's story quest at this point, what are you doing? Because it's one of the best ones. It's literally one of the best ones. I cried. It's so good. So the unlock criteria for doing Mizuki stuff is pretty easy. I'm happy they did it that way, because I am not caught up to Natlin, and I don't want to get caught up to Natlin right now. I've heard nothing but mixed reviews about Natlin. And even like the high end of the mixed reviews is not that high compared to other story quests and Archon quests we've gotten in Genshin. So I keep putting it off. I keep putting off getting caught up. And then there's Genius Invocation. That is a event. Heated battle mode runs until, or from the 21st of February to March 17th. I'm not really going to get into that. We also have Forge Realms Temper. This is run every patch, essentially. This has been run every patch for like the last year. If you're into TCG, that is for you. We have shop stuff, and that is the events. We also have our new weapons and characters, which we'll actually take a look at separately, because this whole interface glitches out my model really heavy. I think that's it. I think that's just about it that we need to look at here. So cool. We can close that now, and my model is back to normal. I can't wait to go edit that, where I just lost tracking repeatedly. But those are the events we're rocking with for phase 1 specifically. Some of those probably overlap, but pointing out, Mikoa Flower Festival does not go the full length of the patch, because I'm gonna think it goes the full length of the patch. This is why I have a recording schedule with dates on it, so I know when everything ends. In fact, as I'm editing this video, I'm putting all these dates in the schedule. Why do you think I go through them? If I don't go through them, I don't write them down. That part of the video, that's for me. That is for me and me alone, but also I think it's helpful for everyone. So after that, I guess we just go to new characters, because we have our events here. Obviously, Mikoa Flower Festival is up. The recommended quests are just some story quests, it looks like. The Sacred Sakura Cleansing Ritual, that was the Inazuma World quest. I have done like half of it, so I haven't finished it, but I have done like half of it. And it makes sense that would be involved, also because I see this little Tanuki memento, so obviously that's going to be a thing we need. We have the Traveler Tales. This, it just says to do Gru's Arena chapter. I wish that we would just put character names on these things. I'm gonna be so real. Which one is this? Oh, it's Xianyun's. Okay, maybe we can get that done in time. I do love the idea of them making there be limited rewards for doing some of the character story quests, though. I don't think I even wrote down what the limited rewards for Mizuki's was, so I'm gonna have to make sure I write that down. But It doesn't, oh, it does say 17 days. Okay, so awesome. It does tell you how much longer you have for the limited rewards. So we actually probably will be doing Mizuki's story quest in a timely manner. Shocker, I know. I have started Dikia's story quest, so I'm probably going to try to finish that up off screen, and then we'll probably actually start doing story quest content again, like character story quest content, which is always fun. It's always a good time. So that should be good. We have test runs, which we'll get to in a second. We have Archon quest, quick start still available, and I believe that is it. So awesome, cool, great. Right off the bat, we are going to trial Sidwin because I just want to get my primos. I just want to get my primos. It's nothing, no big deal. I just want my primos. Sidwin's a Hydra healer. I might end up pulling because there's been times where I'm like, what if I just word for word copy my current team comp that I know works, like the Animo Swirl meta, and just do that with other characters that are very similar. Because AoE Hydro Healer, it sounds a little bit like Kokomi. So I am thinking about pulling for Sidwin because I want Risley, but it wouldn't be the end of the world if I don't get Risley. Also, Sidwin's adorable. Oh, rocked. We're just gonna go in guns blazing on this one. Of course they put the wolves in here because they're like, look at your healer. You have such a good healer. You can take out the wolves. I love her ult, by the way. Like, I saw somebody bring this up the other day, is that, like, just the dichotomy of, like, character designs and things we got for Fontaine compared to Natlin. Just there was, like, a definite drop. And not to say that Natlin's even, like, horrible, because I won't go super in on it. I've gone super in on Natlin before, and I don't want to just rehash the same points, because I feel like a lot of them are repetitive at this point. Natlin was not executed that well. But Fontaine was. So it's like, what? Huh? Like, in terms of characters, designs, and stuff, like, what happened? It was like, there was like a year difference there. What happened? But yeah, poor Sidwin. This is why you don't leave your healer on the field. All right, so next we have our new character who is, I believe, going to standard. Time remaining? Is it only 17 days? Is this a shorter patch? Maybe, because I know, like, there's 17 days left on this patch. There's more days left in this Endless Zone Zero patch that started before this one. What the heck? I know this is only the first half, but like, they got 25 days. There is a whole 4 weeks for the second half of 1.5 in Zenless right now. This is like 2. Granted, I'm a couple of days late, so it was probably like 3, but it just like seeing the 17 days as opposed to when I recorded the video for Zenless half patch, it said 25 days left. So I'm just like, whoa, what the heck? Oh God, it's these, the Ganodermas. Wait, oh my God, wait, these are what Kazuha used. No, you're gonna make me farm these again. Oh my God. Hold on, I actually have to exit the stage. Hold on. The Ganodermas are what Kazuha uses, right? I don't even know how to check this. My Kazuha is completely built. I don't know how to check this, but if you're gonna make me do this, please don't make me do that. Whoa, there's a filter. Quality of life, hello. But there's an element filter now. That is wonderful and so helpful. Oh my God, I love that. We need that in the other Hoyoverse games now. Oh my God, I need that in Honkai Star Rail. I do. Just the little bar there is so helpful. How do you get it to pop back up? Okay, you just mess with the bar here. Okay, interesting. That's quality of life right there. How it goes away is also really nice. I'm just trying to see. Yep. So when did I get my Kazuha? Because that's when I went crazy building. Does it no longer say when you acquired the character? Oh no, I think it does here. Where does it say when you acquired the character? This is important to me. Maybe it's in the character archive. I know there's a place where I'm missing so many new characters. Oopsies. You can tell when I started playing other games. Okay, where's Kazuha? There he is. Joined party on July 9th, 2021. So in 2021, I had a whole arc where I was farming those Ganodermas. Insane. Because I needed them for him and I hated it. I hated farming the Ganodermas. It was so painful. And now you're gonna make me do it again if I get Mizuki. So I'm almost like I can't pull for her for the sole purpose that I don't want to go back to farming those Ganodermas. I will go insane. Like, the farming of the Ganodermas was like on the same level as the Hydro Cube for Ayato and Kokomi that I had to farm. I had to farm that crazy too. And doing it for 2 characters was painful. I don't want to do it again. I don't want to do the Ganoderma thing again. I own 55. That's just saying, like, I had that many left over because I just was like tunnel vision on these Ganodermas. I've probably been farming them for somebody else, probably, but I might actually have quite a bit. Like, this is gonna get me a couple levels through if I get her. Just, oh my God, let's just do her trial. Let's just do her trial. But if I have to farm Ganodermas like that again, I swear to God. Luckily, they've made overworld farming a bit easier and not as like painstaking, but still. All right, I should probably move the box for this one, yeah. Okay, so character description. We actually have to look at this. Mizuki's elemental skill. Also, quick note. I know I have a lot of marketing stuff to get through for Genshin characters and really all the Hoyoverse games. There will be a video coming with just everything in it, but just priority-wise, the reactions are not as important. In my brain is actually playing through game content right now, so I'm putting the reaction content on the back burner just to see if I can even feel up to recording it this weekend. Anyways, that will be coming. Which I say that because usually I would look at the character kit stuff when I look at the trailers and stuff for the character with the Genshin characters, but I haven't done that in a very long time. And we won't be doing that today. Anyways, Mizuki's elemental skill will cause her to enter the floating dream drifter state. During this, she will deal AoE animal damage to nearby opponents at intervals while increasing the entire party's swirl-related reaction damage based on her elemental mastery. Her burst deals a single instance of AoE animal damage and summons a mini Baku to follow the current active character and creates knacks in the character's vicinity at intervals. Okay, I need to see this in practice because I feel like there's just gonna be a lot of animation here. Picking these snacks up will deal AoE animal damage or grant healing based on the current HP of the character who picks them up. That is to say, the little snack mechanic, I feel like that's actually really helpful if you're like the healer in co-op, because you can just run around dropping snacks by your teammates and that'll heal them. Like you don't have to have everyone in like a singular vicinity like we would with like a character like Kokomi. I didn't even realize she heals though. I literally didn't realize she heals. Okay, so she can do, looks like she can probably do support kit. I think that's it. She's a support kit. She has the AoE animal damage and does swirl reactions. Usually a swirl reaction is going to be a support kit. You can use them as a DPS, like Kazuha, you can use either as a support off-field burst damage dealer situation, or you can use him as a DPS. I've used him in team comps both ways, but generally swirl is like an off-field hit him and run. You hit their skill and you get off and onto your main DPS. There obviously is like outliers like Wanderer, Skarmosh. He can be used as a DPS. I've used him as a DPS, and using him as like a support swirl character doesn't work as well. I'll say it right now. But it looks like she is just like a standard support character because also she does the healing. So I feel like hit her and run, hit her skills, get off field. I do think she would work well in co-op for that sole purpose though. Oh, what a cute little animation. I think she's cute, obviously, but she's gonna be standard. I feel like the reaction to Mizuki having a banner and then going standard out of nowhere is very similar to the reaction we got for like Dihya in a way, but I like Mizuki, she's cute. I haven't heard any lines from her, which concerns me a little bit that maybe she doesn't have voice lines like in game. I wonder if that's a thing. Nope, there she, oh! She does a little float. I love that. I love unconventional movement mechanics. Wait, I love that. I love cheating. Okay, you know what? Maybe I do want to pull for Mizuki. Also, her weapon is beautiful. Oh my God, I love that weapon. Look at it. It's gonna show up eventually, right? Oh, it doesn't show up unless, because she uses the fan as a weapon almost. Interesting. I really like Mizuki, which might be a problem. I might actually pull on her banner even though she's going to standard. Listen. I love an animal character. What can I say? All right. Actually, I was going to drop stuff, but maybe I shouldn't because I want to see how she can work alone first. So I'm just going to actually let that electro wear off on these guys. Sorry. I know I'm confusing you, but it's okay. So drop that. And oh, that's the AoE. Okay, so you can't actually do anything while that's on. I'm curious to see people do AFK teams because that's what that's going to lead to. Whoa, I kind of really like her. The one thing is she does move, so I'm thinking maybe you'd want like, oh, there's our little snacks. I'm thinking you'd want something like Zhongli to keep her in place because she does keep moving. That's the thing. So it can't be like a true AFK team unless you have a character like Zhongli who can keep her in one position properly. Can she go up as well? I'm curious. Because it looked like something that looks like she might be able to like go higher. Oh, you can dodge in this mode. That's sick, but okay. No, oh no, guys, I really like Mizuki. Definitely not a DPS. She's doing baby numbers. Oh, is she fun? No, she's quite fun. I really want her, guys. I really want her. Let's start dropping stuff. I'm just using Barbara's to have something, just to swirl. Because once you get that swirl going, and just like go around the field, it's kind of insane. Okay, you know what? I don't hate Mizuki. I think she's quite fun. I do think she's really fun. I do think I want to pull for her. I know, but I think I'm gonna pull. I know, sacrilege. Just wait till she's on standard. But listen, I don't want to. Because also, I was gonna compare it to like Ratio and Star Rail, but Ratio isn't on standard, so it's not the same. But still, I kind of want to pull. Okay, so I need to grab my 20 primos. How many primos do I have? Okay, you're not gonna tell me there. Okay. Oh yeah, battle pass. They took away Venti. I always forget. I always forget they took Venti from us. So now we're at banners. I have quite a bit of pulls, so we could actually do a little bit of pulling. Because I don't hate Mizuki. I don't hate her. I know. But I don't hate her, okay? As for the 4 stars on this banner, that's meh. I don't know if I think I might have all of these characters almost C6'd. So might be helpful there. Weapons banner, yeah, it's fine. It's fine. I feel like this entire patch is like, yeah, it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. But I kind of want to pull for Mizuki. I know. But she's really, I like her. I like her kid a lot. It's really fun. Where are we at Pennywise? I have not gotten a character since January. I've not pulled since January 24th, but I've definitely gotten actually, I think I like the last 5-star character I think I got was Chaska. Oh, we're due. We are due. We are 51 into pity right now. I have not gotten a character yet this year. Do we want to make Mizuki my possible first 5-star of the year? Because it's either her or a 50-50 loss. I feel like pulling as well, so I think we're gonna do it. Oh, we didn't fully look. Can you not just pull up the character here? Really? Oh my god, first, what the heck? I keep forgetting that I'm making it a point to look at character constellations now in these videos because I never do. So we actually have to go to the character archive for that, unfortunately. So, like, I think she's cute. Okay, so constellations. This is the pay to play section of the video if you're new here. This is the section of the video where if you have the disposable income, go for it. But also, looking at all these constellations, most players like that pull consistently might end up getting all these constellations or a certain amount of these just as time goes on. So that being said, I cannot, like, right off the bat before we even get into this, I don't recommend pulling for any constellations on Mizuki right now. I don't think it's a good idea because the kicker, she's going to standard I'm pretty sure she's going to standard. I will make a note somewhere if she's not, but I've seen multiple people say she's going to standard, so I'm pretty sure she's going to standard after this patch. So that being said, I don't think it's necessary to pull for any of her constellations, but we're still going to take a look at them because what I do here is I'd say which one I think is necessary, and if you are going to pull for extra copies, what would be worth it, what stands out constellation wise, etc., etc. But just for like I don't think it's necessary right now. I think you can wait. Like a patch, especially if you're already a big spender. I think this might actually be a good chance to like save a little bit. Maybe. Don't be mad. But she's going to standard. You'll get copies of her when you lose your 50-50 inevitably. So just putting that out there, spend responsibly. If you want to pull for all 7 copies of Mizuki right now, and you have the disposable income to do that, be my guest. But I don't think it is a smart financial decision considering she's going to standard. Anyways, Constellation 1, so 2 copies of Mizuki, is called In Mist Like Waters. When she's in the Dream Drifter state, she will continuously apply the 23 Nights Awaiting effect to nearby opponents for 3 seconds every 3.5 seconds. I'm learning that we might actually have to go through the kits more extensively because I don't know what any of these things are. When an opponent is affected by anemo damage triggered swirl reactions while the aforementioned effect is active, the effect will be canceled and the swirl instance has its damage against this opponent increased by 1,100% of Mizuki's elemental mastery. So it seems like she does scale off elemental mastery. I didn't really get a good look at that. But it seems like she probably does scale off elemental mastery. Just looking at this. Yeah, swirl damage that nearby party members deal based on Mizuki's elemental mastery. So it seems like she's built off elemental mastery. Very similar to Kazuha. So I'll probably build her at least initially similarly to how I have my Kazuha built. And I think that might be why I like her and her kit so much, because it is seemingly quite similar, like at least in how it's built, to a character like Kazuha, and she's pretty. So I'm like, okay, I'm sold. But yeah, that's her C1. Just looks like a damage increase and more stacks of something. So C1 is fine, but C1 is usually just fine. It's nothing crazy, because if you're pulling for the better ones are going to be in the middle and like end of the list here. So C2, which is 3 copies of Mizuki, is called Your Echo I Meet in Dreams. And with this one, when Mizuki enters the Dream Drifter state, every elemental mastery point she has will increase all nearby party members' pyro, hydro, cryo, and electro damage bonuses by 0.4% until the Dream Drifter state ends. I would think this would be better if it was a bigger increase, because 0.04% isn't, maybe in practice it's a big increase, but in theory it doesn't sound like it's totally necessary. It just sounds kind of mid, but maybe there's a bigger increase somewhere down the line. I don't think there is because net doesn't look like it. It looks like everything is different, but I think it's kind of meh. I think this one is kind of meh as well, but in theory at least. In practice, maybe it's super cracked. I don't know. So C3, which is 4 copies of Mizuki, is called Till Dawn's Moon Ends Night. This increases the level of, I want to say, Aisa Utamakura Pilgrimage by 3, and the maximum upgrade level is 15. So that must be one of her talents. That is her hover skill thing. it's her skill. It's her bonus little skill. Okay. So it basically gives you extra levels there, which again could be helpful, but in theory it seems kind of mid. C4, so 5 copies of Mizuki, is called Bud's Warm Lucid Springs. Looks like a health buff. Picking up a Yumimi-style special snack from the Elemental Burst Anoraku Secret Spring Therapy will deal both damage and heal, and will restore 5 energy to Mizuki. Energy can be restored this way 4 times per every secret snack therapy. Okay, duration. Cool. I feel like this might be the kicker of her constellations, possibly. This might be the one if you don't want to go for all of them. But C4 is still really high up there. So I don't know how, I don't know if it's this far in based on the first half, if the second half is all that worth it. Because I'm just like in my brain right now, immediately I'm comparing it to Evelyn's kit and Zenless, which bad comparison because it's different games and all that jazz. I know, but that's just the most recent one of these I've done. So that's like in the forefront of my brain. So all that being said, her earlier, I recommended going, if you want to get multiple copies of Evelyn, C2 seemed like the kicker for her. Like going for C2, it's still pretty, what's the word? Like you still have some room to grow there. C2 seemed like the kicker, or like the equivalent of her C2, so her M2, because it's Mindscape over there. But the first half, because there was, I think it was her M6 or something that also seemed pretty good. Obviously, it's the top one. It's probably going to be good. But the first half justified the second half, because the kicker one that I was like, yeah, if you want multiple copies, you could go for her M2. That was early on, so it was worth it if you wanted to go all the way up to M6. This, I don't know if the early ones make it worth it. So I don't know if it's worth it to go all the way up to C4 just based off of the kind of mid first half. But this is all in theory, okay? In practice, that might be super, super cracked. It might be worth it in practice. Anyways, her C5, which is going to be 6 copies, is called As Setting Moon Brings Year's End, and this increases the level of Anoraku Secret Spring Therapy by 3, so you get another increase. It's just level increases. In theory, is probably great, but in my theory, it just is kind of boring. Anyways, her C6 is called The Heart Lingers Long, and maybe I don't usually read up on constellations in theory crafting. I have just recently started doing it because I think it's fun, and maybe all character constellations are like this. Is just a level increase, but this looks like really helpful. Her C6 looks insane. All right, Heart Lingers Long. This is 7 copies of Mizuki. So this is like big spender numbers, or you're just really, really unlucky and losing your 50-50s, but also kind of lucky at the same time because you got this many copies of the character while losing a 50-50. Anyways, while Mizuki is in the Dream Drifter state, swirl damage dealt by nearby party members can score crit hits with crit rate fixed at 30% and crit damage fixed at 100%. I think this is the kicker, but it is her C6, meaning you need to max her out. This is like multiple hundreds of dollars here, right? It's at least like 200 or 300 if we're being generous, I'm pretty sure. So I don't think it's totally worth it, especially because she's going to standard. Just wait. But I do think her C6 is cracked. I do think that's the most cracked one. It's the best one. That or her C4. Maybe if you don't want to go all the way just yet, you want to, hypothetically, if you are like, I'm going to be a Mizuki main. I know I'm going to be a Mizuki main. I want to pull for multiple copies right now. Well, it's guaranteed. C4. If you're planning on maxing her out, if you're a whale and planning on maxing her out, go to C4 and stop there for now. Because you will get those final 2 if you're a whale and you are continuously pulling for other characters. There's a really good chance you'll get those final 2 within the next like year. That was probably, like, if I was a whale, that would be my method to this, all right? Any normal player, don't pull for constellations right now. I'm so serious. Do not pull for constellations right now. It's not worth it. I'm going to pull for 1 copy of her just because I really, really like her. I love an animal character, and I've been hooked. I like her color scheme. I'm just kind of hooked. I really like her. I wasn't expecting to like her this much, but I would like to pull for her. She does have a little bit of a healing mechanic, and I love running healers. I love running damage dealers that can also heal, or vice versa. So like I've built my Kokomi up so that I can do damage with her, as well as her main mechanic is healing. She's a healer, but I've built her up to do some damage as well. And those are the characters I love to run. I have trust issues. I like to run characters that can do it all. So I like Mizuki. Okay. Forgot where we needed to go. We're gonna do some polls because I have some primos here, and I know I'm gonna regret it when the second phase comes around and I can't get Risley, but hey, I might not get the character at all, and we just built Pity, and then when I go to pull, oh wait, I'm really close to a 5-star. We're at 51, I forgot. All right, can I get a 52? Because we're at the point where I should start doing singles, actually. I mean, actually we could probably, like, hypothetically, we could bring it up to 62 easily. We'll bring it to 62, let's do a temple. And it's purple! So we'll just like quick skip throughs. I kind of hope it's an off banner, I'm not gonna lie, just because the 4 stars are kind of not mid, but like they're kind of meh. Not mid, just meh. But I don't really use any of them religiously. So I thought I had Goro maxed, but I'm assuming I did not because that's a whole poll, isn't it? Okay, so maybe I did have him maxed. Okay. I think I did have Goro maxed. Okay. Free real estate, baby. We can get some shop polls now. That brought us up to 62, just so everyone's on the same page. And now we should probably do singles if we're at 62. 63. Also, I don't know if I could do a full temple. I might have just blown that. 64. So we have 64. It is cool steel. I can go grab more shop. This will be 65. 65, and it's purple. All right, we're getting to a point. Xiangling, okay, I know I did not have her maxed. I think I'm very close to having her maxed, so that was actually part of the reason I was totally fine pulling. So this then will be 66. It's still not there. Am I really gonna go for this one? Probably, because my luck is really bad in Genshin, so we'll probably lose a 50-50 anyways. So it is what it is. Might as well get a guaranteed here. 67, I think we're at? This is a horrible idea, by the way, but I want the pretty girl, okay? 68, I'm pretty sure. I could have my count entirely off, by the way. So this is 69. Do we want to do the funny number? No, we don't. Understandable. So I can get another free pull out here. This brings us to 70. So we're getting very close. I always like stop doing 10 pulls pretty early, considering Pity is 90. But I think this is 71. I always think it's gonna be a little bit early, and then it's not. 72. What can we get on 72? Nothing. Do you want to come home early? 73. What can we get on 73? Nothing. Okay, so 74. What about 74? Okay, it's purple again. So Sayu, I also had maxed, so that just got us in pull number 75 for real estate. Okay, 75. We don't have that many pulls left, and this is probably a bad idea, but I really want Mizuki. So that was 75. I can get another free pull. Hold on. 76 is also free. Good. 76 was not the one. It was a debate club, though. 77. Let's give it a shot. I have like 2 more pulls left. I really thought we'd get close enough to get the character today. This is like 78, 79. So we'll probably go hard pity because we're close enough to 80. And I usually consider the last like 10 before hard pity, even if it's not like traditional hard pity that far in, because I'm like, it's close enough. I'm suffering regardless. But that was my polls. We're like stupid close. So now we're just gonna have to see if I do the Flower Festival event and really like Mizuki. I might end up caving and doing those final polls for her, but if not, Risley will be coming home or I'll lose my 50-50. Unsure. We'll find out in a number of weeks. But that was the first half, phase 1 of 5.4. I'm happy that we're kind of getting away from Natlin a little bit, just because I still haven't finished Fontaine. I'm so close. That's the thing. I'm like 2 seconds away from finishing Fontaine. 1, maybe 2 videos tops from finishing the Fontaine Archon quest. The videos are backlogged, so they are continuously going up, but like I'm very close to getting it done. This is also such a cute idle animation. I'm very close to getting it done, but I just can't bring myself to because I know Natlin's afterwards, and like I said, I've heard nothing but mixed reviews about Natlin. I have my own gripes about Natlin and have made those gripes known for the last like year, so I keep putting it off because I'm not excited to get to Natlin, which is unfortunate because I feel like I'm gonna like it story-wise once we get there. I'm just still gonna have gripes with everything else about it, but yeah, I'm kind of happy we're getting away from that. Also, I missed Inazuma. I miss Sumeru. Like, I'm happy to have some flagship events in my favorite places. And I feel like this, I said it in the trailer reaction, but I feel like this patch is gearing up for something. Am I sure what? No, absolutely not. But usually it's before we get the new patch, or hypothetically before we get the next like summer version, that will kind of set up for like, here's what you missed in Tevat in the last like year while you were doing the nation saving somewhere else, because that's all we do. And it looks like we're getting that now, which this feels a little bit early. Usually it's the patch before the summer patch, and then the patch after the summer patch is the one that is like the, hello, we're gonna set you up for the next nation now. So I'm just very like, hey guys, what's going on? What's going on with the Traveler's Tales? What's that? What's that all about? But hey, we'll find out. We will find out, because I am gonna put things properly in my schedule this time around so that they get done. I'm gonna make everything, I'm gonna put everything in my schedule and make it end a day earlier in my brain. Because if it's in the schedule for ending a day earlier, I'll get it done in time for sure. But we will get it done. That is a fact. And that is it for this video. If you like this video, make sure to give me a like down below, as well as subscribe for more, and click the little notification bell to be notified when I upload new ones. As always, I hope everyone hatter is having a super lovely day wherever you are in the world. I hope all Mizuki and Sidwin wanters are Mizuki and Sidwin havers. And if you're saving, you are smart. Smarter than I. And I'll see you all in my next video. Bye guys!